health post. Look away if you don't like healthy things or wounds. So I had fast food, kind of went off the rails. Like my hand eczema had almost completely healed up. So I was like, give me that hot dog from Costco with the bread. Give me that pizza. Give me that 5 points pizza. Give me that cilantro. Like all these places, I just went wild. And then, hello hand, it's back. I have to heal it again. So I returned to what I know to heal it quickly. And right now I'm eating brisket, but I cooked it kind of like crispy pata, but beef. That's a Filipino dish. Crispy fat. That's one of my favorite things, crispy fat. I have a lot of favorite flavors in my mouth, including tropical fruit. I would swap out crispy fat for mangosteen or soursop. Okay. That's the fat of the brisket. And I just slowly cooked it and rendered it down in the cast iron. And then any extra fat, like the liquid fat, I put in a mason jar, put in the fridge, and that becomes like my butter, my beef butter. In other news, I'm a little freaked out because I have these chlorel dishes, and I saw on the interwebs, on the shorts or somewhere, that there's high lead in these. I don't know which model. They don't have model numbers on here. And yeah, who knows the answer to that? How can I quickly and easily test if this has lead? And how might one repurpose that? For art, maybe. Maybe these can be artful, non-using for food. Not food safe anymore. Also, let's just like take a look at the body under the sun tunnel here. This is natural light. This is a sun tunnel. There's no electricity with these. Visceral fat right here. This is the dangerous fat for me. As I approach 40, I want to get it gone. Raha. This means no late night eating. You don't eat before you go to bed, okay? You resist those munchies, okay? Wah, wah, wah. And the protein. It was the easiest and quickest way. But my brain likes the entertainment, the tingles of the fast foods. Like, no, Kirky. Discipline. It's okay if you don't do that ice bath. You can, be running away from that. As long as you don't always do other good things. That's how I feel about it. Sometimes I'm like, I have to trade something. Like, no, I know I'm supposed to do this ice bath. I want to do this. It's good for me. It's part of my Jedi training, of my own protocol, but it's still kind of like, I don't. Damn it. And then in my head, I'm like, well, I can get really hot and sweaty outside and get really, get baked in the sun to want to do the ice bath. But then in my head, I'm like, well, now all my oil, my sweat's going to be in the ice bath. I'm going to clean it faster. Well, I want to rinse off because then that just changes my vibe. I already feel cold. So I create a little barrier in my mind to the ice bath already. Versus just like, just get in. Who cares if you fucking change it out once a month? Versus once a quarter. Do it. The ice bath is so good for my dopamine. And I legit have ADD. Unmedicated, like pharmaceuticals. I do like to smoke cannabis. ADHD. Maybe a little autism. My mama in the 80s, they did something called a twilight birth, where the doctor puts the mama to sleep, and then the doctor manipulates the baby out of the mama's belly. The mama is fully asleep. How interesting is that? It's not like a C-section. It's not like induced. It's like asleep. Get on out there, baby. And also, it was okay to smoke cigarettes in the 80s when you were pregnant. This is why the way I am, okay? This is why. I'm so grateful, though, that I do not like tobacco. Tobacco makes me nauseous. The smell of it, being around it. And I think that's because my mom smokes tobacco and still smokes tobacco. So in the womb, I just didn't like it, but I love the smell of cannabis and the feeling of cannabis. The universe was looking out for me in that I didn't become a regular smoker until I was 27. I was too much and like needed to make sure I could survive. All right, there's my journal. Goodbye.